Visualize perfection, freshly picked ingredients, tantalizing flavors, sweet and sour intertwine, and dance into your glass. One-of-a-kind arrangements, hitting every note. Why wait for the weekend? It's on at the grill.
You wonder how they're going to experience the real world in real safety, where all kids are welcome and everyone has a path forward to new skills, advancement, leadership, something they will carry with them the rest of their lives.
Mississippi's trusted weather experts. This is Mississippi Live Weather This Morning.
Hey, good morning. Good morning. Welcome to Mississippi Live Weather at 7 with audio. I am so sorry if you watched the 6:30 broadcast this morning and just watched me move around with no sound like I was a mime or something. I'm really sorry about that. Thank you, though, as always, to the people in the chat that let me know that I don't have audio, because sometimes I'm doing everything around here and I don't notice that my audio bar isn't going up and down. So I had to reset a few things out here for the 7. I hope if you were at 6:30, you were joining us again so I can let you know with my words this time what's going on in the forecast. Hope you have your cup of coffee ready to go. I didn't have my cup of coffee at 6:30, so maybe that was it. Here's everything you need to know to get you out the door, though, this morning. What you need to know is we're seeing a gradual warm up ahead. That's this afternoon. That's the next few afternoons as well. And that all leads us to our storm chance. It's kind of the center of our focus for our forecast this week, because some of those could be on the stronger side of things. Cold front coming in, bringing those storm chances and also bringing us cooler conditions as we head into our next work week. So that's kind of your forecast in a nutshell. Now let's talk details. Get you out the door this morning. Temperatures still in the 40s from Holly Springs over into Alcorn County. Always our cool spot on the map. So we're starting off a lot like yesterday morning. If you needed the coat yesterday, you'll need it this morning. The rest of us in the 50s in Lafayette County, 51 in Bruce, 52 in Houston, 52 in Louisville, even the 50s down in the Delta, Cleveland to Greenwood, 56 and 52 over there in the Delta right now. So temperatures a lot like they were yesterday. Over in Amory, the view is a lot like it was yesterday as well. This is one of those views that we get to show you, provided by the North Mississippi Storm Chaser. Their camera network is just unmatched across North Mississippi. Beautiful conditions ongoing this morning over in Amory, but honestly, no matter where you are, it's really nice. Take a look at this out of Winona. Beautiful sunrise ongoing. Again, an unobstructed view. That's been our story, sunrise to sunset. Clear conditions, lots of sunshine, making for a great start to your Wednesday. So if you got any plans out there, you might need the coat, but also going to be needing the sunglasses as we're tracking clear conditions throughout your day ahead. Your first 12 hours, you can expect conditions eventually to get into the middle 50s by 8. Plentiful sunshine out there, guys, throughout your day ahead. 70s by noon. We'll be into the 80s, low 80s for a majority of the day, but a lot of us in the middle 80s as well. And a lot of sunshine in the forecast. Clear conditions stick around sun up to sundown today, and 70s are back by the time we head into those 8 o'clock hours. We're going to be seeing sun or a lot of sun up to sundown, like I said, and we're seeing that right now. Take a look at current satellite and radar. So I'm looking at clouds and radar across the United States. As you can see here, we're not dealing with any across the entirety of the state of Mississippi. The Twin States, the same story. Tennessee, Arkansas, Louisiana. You got to go all the way up into portions of the plains to get any clouds and rain out there. And again, that story is really going to be staying true over the next 48 hours. So continue to enjoy the sunshine as we head into your Wednesday afternoon, still tracking nothing but sun. Going into your Thursday, it's going to be the same story, different day. A little bit warmer for the afternoon, but plentiful sunshine at 7 a.m. all the way into your afternoon. So if you got any plans, those community college games, good to go for your Thursday. I know Northwest Community College is having its homecoming here in Senatobia, Mississippi. Looking good to go for that game as well. Nothing to impact those games in the weather department. As we head into your Friday, the story does change up a little bit. So let's talk about it for a moment. This is at 6:30. You can see a lot more activity a little bit closer to our area. Clouds going to be building. As we look a little bit further out west, that's that cold front that's going to be pushing into our area into Saturday that could be bringing us those showers and storms. As you can see there on Friday, it's inching closer and closer, but the only thing we're going to see from this on our Friday is just more cloud cover in the forecast. No rain, so good to go for those Friday night football games as well. Storms, though, do return for the weekend. That cold front will eventually swing through as we head throughout the latter half of your Saturday into those overnight hours, bringing with it the potential for strong, even to severe storms. And the Storm Prediction Center has changed its overall risk area this morning. So I'm going to show you the latest on that, everything you need to know. We'll talk more about timing. And of course, a full look at your 7-day forecast. All of that coming up in the next few minutes.
A lethal dose is in here. Who gets it, I won't know.
Scary that it can be put into anything and we can't even see it or notice it.
Hi, I'm Ryan Blaney, a third-generation race car driver. And we dedicate a lot of our time to going as fast as possible. But when my grandpa was diagnosed with Alzheimer's, it was a very unexpected bump in the road for us. It's important to notice if older family members are acting differently, experiencing problems with their memory, or having trouble with routine tasks. Early detection of Alzheimer's can give your family time to explore support services, make a plan for the future, and access available treatments. If you or your family are noticing changes, it could be Alzheimer's. Talk about seeing a doctor together.
I know you're going through a lot. I wonder if you know that we can get help. Let's see how far we can go. Love, your mind.
Right now, from the Room to Room Weather Center, here's meteorologist Maggie McAuley.
Hey, thanks as always for tuning back in with us here live from the Room to Room Weather Center. Hope you have your cup of coffee and you're ready to go out the door for your Wednesday, because it's a lot of the same as the last few days. Take a look over in Oktibbeha County. This is in Starkville, Mississippi. Conditions still in the 50s this morning and lots of sunshine still in the forecast. So looking like the last few mornings out there, not much change in the weather department at all. Just another great view. This is the same story over in Lee County. Look at this, Tupelo, Mississippi. Beautiful ongoing sunrise right now. Not tracking a cloud in the sky, and conditions in the low 50s there as well. So if you needed the coat yesterday morning, I said it before, you'll need it this morning as well. Let's talk about your airport delays. If you're hopping on a flight this morning, looking like no moderate or major delays in all of our region-wide airports, from Memphis International down to Jackson, Little Rock, Oklahoma City, Dallas, Fort Worth, all the way back into Birmingham and Atlanta. So going region-wide, you're good to go this morning, or know anybody that's coming into the area. As for your school bus forecast, yes, kids probably still need the light coat as you're headed out the door early this morning if they're going to be standing outside for extended periods of time, because we're still in the 50s across the board right now. By the time you're picking them up, though, it's going to be warm. You're not going to need the coat. Lots of sunshine, not excessively warm, but definitely warmer than we're supposed to be this time of year. Take a look at your high temperatures across the board. A few degrees warmer than yesterday. That's the story for this afternoon. 83 in Lafayette County, 85 in Water Valley, 84 over in Houston, 85 in Starkville, a little bit into the low 80s, a little bit cooler the further north you go, 81 in Boonville, 82 in Corinth, but most of us topping off this afternoon in those middle 80s. As we head hour by hour, again, the only thing I'm tracking is sunshine throughout your forecast. Northerly wind, northeast wind even sticks around for your day ahead. So still feeling pretty nice, especially in the shade out there for your afternoon. Going into your evening, we're looking at a clear evening and a clear overnight ahead as we head Wednesday into Thursday. I'll remind you that my time up here is changing, even though nothing is changing on our Futurecast. Okay, I'm to Thursday now. You can notice not a lot of change on the board all the way into your Thursday afternoon. Yeah, winds shifting a little bit, but other than that, we're looking at very dry and clear conditions all the way through your Thursday afternoon and evening as well. So that's why I say those community college games, or you got any football games that you're going to be going to on your Thursday, looking good to go all the way through Friday. Those football games on Friday looking good to go as well. A little bit warmer than last Friday. That's the main impact for those Friday night football games. Going into the weekend, that's what we're really focusing on here in the weather department, kind of continuing to look at all that data that comes in and making that forecast judgment for you. The rain chances are still continuing for your weekend ahead. About a 40% chance on Saturday. And you might say, Maggie, you're talking about strong storms. Why is it only 40% chance? I'm not looking at a majority of your Saturday being wet. I'm looking at the back half of the day. I'm talking into your later evening hours or later afternoon, early evening hours at best, seeing the system cross over the Mississippi River. That's the earliest I'm watching that. So it's mainly those evening hours on Saturday into the overnight hours when we're going to start to see those rain chances kind of go up here for North Mississippi and mainly out of here by your Sunday morning. So that's kind of the overall time frame that we're still watching. Here's the news I have for you this morning that's not the best news. That severe weather threat has been extended further into our area because models are slowing down a little bit. We were mainly looking at this to be all the way overnight for us. Now, though, looking a little bit earlier, sunset and on for that time frame, kind of watching that cross over the Mississippi River. So strong storms still highlighting this area of Arkansas right here into northern Louisiana. I think right here, southern Arkansas into Louisiana is going to have the best ingredients for those storms and the best timing. However, that does not mean that a few of those cannot end up in northeast Mississippi as well. As I said, that has been extended further in. This is our day 4 risk now. This will correlate with a slight level 2 out of 5 risk, even though it's 4 days out. That's kind of the overall language that they put with this. You can see here, yes, it's extended far. Yesterday, this only inched into portions of Grenada County up into Marshall County. This is now extended into Lee County, Alcorn County, and all the way down into places like Atala County, kind of clipping that area as well. So it's extended because the timing is looking a little bit different. Again, we could see a few stronger storms in the mix as we head into the back half of your Saturday. So we're keeping an eye on it, especially for those who are in northwest Mississippi, and then again, extending a little bit into northeast Mississippi as well. The main threat that I think we're watching as of now, again, things could change, so keep tuning in with us, is a wind threat. That's the main thing I think we're going to be watching with this system, damaging wind potential. If that changes, of course, you will be the first to know. And again, we're continuing to look at the latest data and kind of correlate with each other, putting all our minds together. What do you think? So continue to check back with us as we head closer into the weekend forecast. Overall, the next 3 days, though, look clear and good to go. Temperatures eventually getting into the upper 80s on Friday. We'll stick with the middle 80s on Saturday before those rain chances and that cold front pushes through mainly into the overnight hours, and that does drop us down. Take a look. This weekend is 2 very different stories. Take a look at that. 85 on your Saturday, and then only topping off in the middle 70s out there for your Sunday. So that cold front definitely bringing in some cooler conditions into the forecast. 70s, stick around for a good portion of your next work week as well. And look at that. I do want to show you, I know we're talking and we're mainly talking about those storm chances for the weekend. But after that, our main story is going to be Monday morning with a lot of us in the 40s. So definitely a story to talk about after that severe weather comes into play. One thing I want to show you before you go is the latest video from Matt in Australia. So here's Matt from the land down under.
Well, we are in the famous Sydney Opera House. We're just outside of the main performance space in there. Unfortunately, I can't show you in the performance space because, well, they're getting ready for a performance and they don't want to give that all away. So the glass you see behind me, French glass, specifically designed for this venue. One of the main signs that it was going to go over budget when they did. You can also see, of course, the metal designed for the expansion and contraction. And one of the interesting things is the actual performance venue itself. I mean, the wood here. Look closely, there's a gap up there toward the top. The shell structure that makes up the Opera House here is actually separate from the interior performance spaces as well. They're designed too, and there's a gap between so that they can do maintenance and they can, just keep everything up. So kind of cool little things, as we mentioned a little bit ago. As you can see, tiles make up the actual outside. I don't know if we can get that there we go. You can kind of see the individual tiles. More than 1 million tiles cover the outside and are original to the early 1970s construction of the building itself. So anyway, from inside of the historic Sydney Opera House, I'm Chief Meteorologist Matt Waupon from Mississippi Live Weather. And again, thank you so much to folks there at Inbound Clothiers for sponsoring this trip here for us. So I'll leave you kind of with the very high, complicated, but interesting construction of this world landmark.
Wow, isn't that just so beautiful? I love seeing the inside, or what he could show us anyway, in the inside of that Sydney Opera House that we've all seen those picturesque photos of. So really cool that Matt gets to kind of go in and with his headphones get that full tour and effect. Always like to see his updates. Again, you can watch the end of all of our shows to get his latest updates from Australia, the land down under, always sponsored by MLM Clothiers. So thank you to them that we get to continue to see these updates. As always, I'll be live one more time this morning at 7:30, and we're going to talk about the ingredients that need to be in play and where they are in play for those storm chances this weekend. So stick with us at 7:30. I'll have the latest on that. And of course, we'll be live this evening at 5, 6.
Even the mighty might not see it coming. It's prediabetes, and it captures 1 in 3 adults. But you can escape. Take the 1-minute prediabetes risk test to know where you stand and prevent or delay type 2 diabetes. Be your own hero on smartphones everywhere at doihaveprediabetes.org.